What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody had a good 4th of July. Like I said, I wanted to see you guys back here with all your fingers and toes and noses and stuff, so I hope that worked out for you. And I hope you're having a good weekend. So, this is just a video to show you some stash ads, some stuff that I received in the mail, and a little bit of progress on what we're working on. Now, you're going to have to forgive me. I've got the window open. Because it is 75 degrees with 95% humidity here right now. It's thick. It is thick. So I'm not closing the window, not even for 5 minutes. So you'll have to bear with me with the traffic noise. I do apologize if it bothers you. But anyway, so I got a stack of cool stuff that I want to show you that I got in the mail over the last week. So we're going to start with, I got these really cool little stickers from the Dirt Road Cinderella. So thank you very much for sending those. And there's something headed your way in the mail. I'm hoping to get it in the mail this week. So look out for that. Also, we got my Hobby Nut order. So whenever I place a Hobby Nut order, I shouldn't say that. When I buy, every once in a while, when I buy stuff from Hobby Nut, Mark will throw in a freebie for me. And this time it was this. This is a cool kit. The Polar Lights Gene Snow rambunctious funny car. That's cool. I haven't built a funny car in a very, very long time. A very long time. So this might actually happen soon-ish, maybe. Tim K, he had a good idea with like building one model that fits in all the group builds. Maybe I'll try that next year. Maybe, you never know. Like a Pro Street machined, off-road, at the same time, Porsche. I don't know. Anyway, so we got that. I don't know where I'm putting this stuff. There we go. Then I got this at a very reasonable price. I was watching Frank on his channel, and he did a build video about one of these 71 Chryslers. He did the Roadrunner, and I thought, oh man, I don't have one of those. I need to get one. And then I'm looking through Mark's website, and I found this very reasonably priced. Very, like less than $20 reasonably priced. So we jumped on that. So now I've got this in the stash. It's the first time I've had anything newer than a 70 without jumping up to the new Chargers and stuff for muscle cars. So that's cool. And then I'm super excited for this. So the Calisonic Skyline GTSR R31 style. This is a cool kit. There is one thing that I'm like, ugh. I opened it and I was like, oh man, really? Yep. It's molded in blue. I mean, it's got to be painted blue anyway, but I don't know. I just like to see stuff molded in white, but I'm not going to complain too much. That's going to be the end of my complaining, because that is a very cool kit, and I'm happy to have that in the stash. So there you have that. Then I got some really cool stuff from VCG Resins. Now, my buddy BG has already done a video on this, so I'm going to say, go over and check out his video. He has a much better camera setup. He shows this in detail, and he does a very nice job of doing it too. So you open up the little pizza box, as Brian calls them. First thing you get is stickers, which is awesome. I love stickers. But then I got these Nerf bar side steps. These are designed to go on any short wheelbase off-road vehicle. I mean, I think they're really designed to go on the new AMT Bronco kit, which I don't have. Funny story. I recently discovered, sorry, my nose itches. I recently discovered that I have a $50 Hobby Lobby gift card that's been sitting in my wallet since beginning of the year that I forgot I had. So I might go get me one of those new Broncos because I have these. So these are really sweet. They're designed to have the mounts. Like I said, I don't have the best camera, but if you look on the back side of that, you'll see a groove. So the mounts are designed to be mounted and slid in here wherever it's convenient. So that's pretty cool. We're going to go out and get the Bronco kit just to use those. And then the piece de resistance. This is like, yeah, this is badass. Now, Rob Adams and I were having a conversation on the Modeling Insanity Discord one night, last week sometime, and he was saying he wished he'd build model cars. He's a military guy. He's an armor builder. He builds aircraft, you know, that kind of stuff. He's like, you know, I'd build cars if they the kits came a little more detailed. I mean, you get, you know, a 1/35th scale kit that has a lot more detail to them than these 1/25th and 1/24th scale model car kits. What gives? Why? I don't want to get into that here because that's a long subject. But I had said to him, well, that's where the 3D printing companies come into play, because you can get some really nicely detailed engines and stuff through them. And boy, does VCG deliver with this kit. So this is the I'm going to take this out of the package so you can see it. So this, get in there. This is the W Block 409 Weekend Wrencher engine kit. Okay, now again, like I said, go over and watch BG's video, because he has a really good way of detailing what comes in these kits. He's got a much better camera than I do. I mean, I'm filming this thing on my iPhone, so but I'm going to show you guys some cool stuff. I'm gonna dump this out so it doesn't go flying everywhere. So the quick and dirty on this kit is you get this little baggie of stuff, okay? That's all your external engine parts. Now, in this kit, you get 3 different distributors. You get a distributor that's just a distributor. If you didn't want to add any engine detail, you just wanted to put it together the way it is, you get a distributor. Then you get a second distributor that's kind of bored out. The whole thing is bored out, and you just shove your plug wires in there. That's how I do mine when I make my own. And then you get a third distributor that has all of the spots on the distributor cap individually drilled out. So you can really detail out one of these engines. It's freaking cool. This thing has separate timing cover, separate water pump, separate starter, separate alternator bracket. It has a separate ignition coil, separate thermostat housing, separate fuel pump. Okay, so Rob, if you're listening, this isn't one of those engines that has 15 parts and is ready. This thing is nice. You get this amazingly detailed block. That is a nice, clean piece right there. You get your cylinder heads. Now, what do you see there? If you can pick it out, the plug holes are already drilled out. They're cast open, so you can just, you don't have to do any drilling at all. So that's really cool. You get this very nicely detailed oil pan. It's got all those bolts in there. I mean, as with anything, this stuff needs minimal cleanup. And I mean minimal, but to make it look really good. Also, let me see here. You get 2 sets of valve covers. You get a valve cover that says Chevrolet on it. Then you get Edelbrock valve covers. Very cool. A very nicely detailed dual quad intake. And 2 sets of headers. So you get a shorty set, block huggers, or you get long tube headers. All look really nice. Really, really nice. Then you get this bag. This bag has, so you've got, I'm counting this here, 4 carburetors. So you get 4 different carburetors. You can either run, there's an Edelbrock style 4-barrel, 2 of those with these little air cleaners. Then you get 2 Rochester Quadrajets. So if you want to run dual Rochesters, you have that option. So either the Carter AFB, old Carter AFB style, or the new, Edelbrock bought them a long time ago and just took the Carter AFBs and turned them into Edelbrock carburetors, or the factory GM Rochesters with air cleaners. Also, you can buy them. I think you can buy these separately, but I think you can either buy these separately. Anyway, the engines come with a transmission. So this transmission is very nicely detailed. What I'm guessing, looking at the pan, I think that's a Turbo 350 automatic transmission. I'm going to open this up too, because you get the choice. There it is. Good grief. Good golly. Okay, so there's your transmission and a cat hair. Good grief. There's your transmission. Very nicely detailed. I'll show you this side. That side's got the linkages and stuff on it. Really nice. Then you get your choice of 3 transmission pans. So you get a factory pan, factory smooth transmission pan. You get a finned aluminum style transmission pan. Hope the camera's picking that up. There it is. And then you get a deep style factory pan, which is pretty cool. Now, this was all 22 bucks. As you can see, right there. 22 bucks. Gets you that engine and the transmission. I mean, how can you pass that up? Holy cow. Now I've got a big mess of stuff here that's out of bags that I need to clean up. Because I have something else I want to show you that I'm very excited for. Holy cow. We'll leave this for last. Good grief. Okay. Josh also sent over something very special for me to take a look at. Now, this is not on the website yet. This is still in the works, but I am able to show you guys this, which is very, very cool. Okay, so we've talked about it a couple of times on the podcast, all right? This is the lowered mini truck chassis. Again, this is in the pre-production prototype stage. So this, you can't get this yet, but I'll tell you, as soon as it's on the website and I know about it, I'll announce it to you guys. There's no price point yet. There's none of that. This is kind of just, and this might change also. This was just sent over to me to get a sneak peek at, which is freaking, that chassis is nice. You get that. And then it comes with left rear cam. He's got everything bagged separately so I can see what it is. Left rear camber kit, right rear camber kit. Low profile motor mounts. Left rear suspension and brakes. Right rear suspension and brakes. It's going to have an independent rear suspension as long as they don't change the design for whatever reason. The rear end, it's like a Corvette style rear end. It's got this little thing I assume is the transmission mount. Coilovers. Little coilover pieces. And then I got these. So these look like they might be already on the website. I'm going to show you this. Admittedly, I didn't Okay. 15 bucks. Vintage JDM wheels and Advan tires. These things are freaking cool. This brings me back. This really does. Little 14-inch 3-spoke wheels. That's cool. That's very, very cool. So yeah, I thank you, Josh, for sending that stuff over for me to take a peek at. Again, please don't go to his website, look for it, and then say, it's not there, and then email him, because it's not there yet, guys. But as soon as I find out when it's going to be there, I'll let you know. This is in the works. So this particular one is going to be geared towards using with the MPC Datsun pickup kit. Not so much the flip nose, I don't think. It's more of the MPC, the one that was white on the box. I don't have one, but yeah, that's very, very cool. So again, thank you. And that'll be out. It will. They've got it in the works. They've just got to work out a couple of little things here or there. And you guys will see it really soon. So, okay, there's that. So that's everything that I got. Now, let me show you a little bit of progress on what I've been working on. So we've got the Street Machine group build in primer. I went ahead and, so this is a Johan kit, an original issue Johan kit, right? So I had to deepen the panel lines on this, but I had to add some too, okay? So if you're looking at this body, you get rid of all the flash and you're looking at it, you're going to be missing some panel lines. So the lower fender panel lines, the cowl panel lines, and I would imagine, I've tried to look at pictures from a real car, and so there's no panel lines for the rear valance panel. So I added all those. Got the flash cleaned up, got it in the first coat of primer. It's been too humid to do any kind of painting or anything, so this is where it stopped at this point. And then, so I'm a member, I've mentioned it a couple of times, I'm a member of this really cool online community, Coast to Coast. That's spearheaded by Paul over at Left Coast Model Car Builds. It's an online model club. There's, you know, a few of us in there that we get together once a month via Zoom, and we hang out and we shoot the breeze and we talk about model stuff. And there's a club build that I'm doing for them. I'm going to try and incorporate this on the channel as much as I can around everything else, but this is really kind of back burner-ish type stuff. But what I'm doing is I'm building this, the 66 Chevy SS396 hardtop. My goal with this is to build it completely stock. Never do that. I never put the stock wheels and tires on anything. I mean, I'm talking stock motor, stock air cleaner, stock everything. I do have a really cool pre-wired Concord distributor with black wires that I plan to use on that. Sorry, no yellow wires on this one. But again, same thing. I got the panel lines deepened, flash cleaned up, and in primer. And here it sits because it's so dang humid. So we're caught up for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget my Cars and Coffee video that's coming tomorrow. So I'm going to be doubling up on videos with you guys. So you'll have a little bit of stuff to watch. And I will be scrambling to answer all the comments. That's okay. I love you guys and I love doing it. So I think that's it. Until Sunday, when I show you the next episode. Yeah, the next episode of Sunday Morning Cars and Coffee. Good grief. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.